From Forex Traders Daily, this is your daily analysis with Ross Mullins, live from Richmond, Virginia.
Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for May 16th, 2017. Today we're going to be taking a look at the USDCAD, the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar, for today's trade analysis. We're getting started here on the daily time frame. You can see that the market has been in a longer term uptrend. We've started all the way really down here into January and February at the bottom of the chart, went into a little period of congestion here between March and April, and then a clear uptrend as it's rallied from the 1.32 level all the way up here into the 1.37s. Now over the past couple of weeks we've been in a little period of congestion up here at the top of the chart, some hesitation within the uptrend. We see the market bouncing around between the blue shaded area and the 1.3650 level and the green zone, which is 1.3735 at the top of the green shaded area. So we've been bouncing around in there. Now today we see a little bit of a difference. Today's daily candle, the current day's candle, has opened underneath the blue zone and opened underneath that period of congestion. That's our first clue that we may be looking at a breakout. Now I know you're probably saying, well, yesterday closed underneath it. Well, that's true, but that could literally be a false breakout. We've seen it before where the market closes below it and then the next day opens up and turns right back above it, giving you a false breakout. And I can give you a perfect picture of that down here at the bottom of the black trend line, where the red candle got under the yellow zone, the next day opened up and went right back above it, and that began the uptrend. So we don't want to assume that yesterday's candle close under the blue zone was the breakout. We want to wait for today's candle really to close before we can really have confidence in that breakout. Now that means we have to wait a long time, and some people don't really want to wait that long to look for a trade. So what we're looking for now, the fact that it's closed and now opened, begins to give us some increased confidence that we're looking for the continuation lower. Now that could be still a false breakout, so we need to be watchful for that, because if it breaks back now above the blue zone, that changes it back to the upside. So we need to watch for one of two things: staying under the blue zone to continue the bearish movement, back above the blue zone, likely returns back to the bullish movement, back to the green zone as your next resistance, and of course above the green zone, the continuation of the trend. So as long as it's under the blue zone today, I think we want to focus in on potential intraday shorts, because there is the possibility of reversal happening here for the dollar CAD. And of course, over the past couple of days, we've had a significant rise in oil prices. Take a look here on the oil chart. This is the Brent price. We can see it continuing to rise. Yesterday, pushing through the 51 level, sitting above 51.50 right now, challenging towards the 52.50s, the mid 52s. A break of the blue zone could see oil continue to pressure higher. So with the rise in oil, that also gives us somewhat of a bearish expectation here for the USDCAD. So with that, we'll look for opportunities to sell into resistance. That is the 1.3650 level, the bottom of the blue zone. Of course, our first support that we'd run into is the pink zone. That's 3600. But a break there of the pink shaded area, we could see a much further move all the way back down here towards the yellow zone. By the way, taking Fibonacci from the lowest low of the black trend line to the highest high puts this 382 Fibonacci retracement level at the pink zone, 50% at the yellow zone, and by the way, the 618 is all the way down here at the green zone. So we have some retracement levels to watch here. We're actually underneath the 236 of that same range at 1.3660, just at the bottom of the blue zone. So for the day today, I think it's prudent to watch for opportunities to sell the blue zone. Let's take it down to the 4-hour time frame, and we can see we've already bounced off it once yesterday. We came up earlier today, bounced off of it. So I still think it's not over. We could see another challenge there into the blue zone. So any push into that blue zone, to me, becomes an opportunity to go short, target the pink zone, or lower. And the risk in this scenario, again, is that it breaks back above the blue zone. Maybe we see oil suddenly fall off. Maybe the US dollar makes a sudden comeback after the sell-off we've seen over the past few days. Those things we'd be watching for back above the blue zone. But underneath the blue zone, we're bouncing off of there, we're running our head into it. It's acting as a barrier above the current price. We look for selling opportunities into 3650, targets lower for the USCAD today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.